Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Morning. So I guess we should say great rising or grand rising because we don't want to mourn today. But anyways, I'm just jumping on here. As you guys can see from the title, I put on here timeline changes, Mandela effect. So, we got volcanoes erupting in Hawaii from volcanoes that the week prior did not even have an inkling of looking like they wanted to erupt. And I mean, we all know, if we went to public school, that volcanoes generally give a warning before they start pouring out lava all over everywhere. So, but that didn't happen. It just starts erupting and now it's out of control and all in the streets and everything else. I mean, like, what the hell are these people doing? Record temperatures. I was in Atlanta this weekend with my parents for Mother's Day, and also my mom has some health issues, so I went down there to assist her and get her house clean and that kind of thing. My parents are somebody else. Both of them. It is so bad until, we couldn't even have a family event on Mother's Day. My daughter got completely upset with my mom because she was acting like a this is my mom, so I'm trying to find the right words. An asshole. That's just, the best word I can come up with. She was a complete asshole. My mom has the potential to be an asshole most days. It's just who she is sometimes. But she had been doing a lot better. My brother, he also had been doing a lot better about being a better son, because he's generally not a good son in the sense that he generally doesn't even call my mother on Mother's Day. But he had been doing better over the years. He'd been coming over to visit more. I don't know what happened. Again, like I said, I feel like we have hit another timeline change. I think they've switched another timeline on us, because it is very, very, like, if you are on a certain vibration right now, things that aren't serving you, you're cutting just like that. Just like that. And it's not even a thought. You're just cutting it, because most of us are sort of tired of, the same old, and things that aren't serving. So, but now, of course, this timeline change has brought about more sort of false flag events. And so you guys have been noticing, like, all the push for all the racial tension to be, amongst everybody. Like, excuse me, guys. I saw something on Facebook where some lady called the police on a man because he was barbecuing. And now, like, the internet is just going ham. Every day it's a different meme. Every minute there's a different meme for her and her shenanigans. You guys know me. After a certain amount of those things, then I start to wonder, okay, is this yet another false flag situation? Is this yet another ploy by the powers that be to get us off of our, off of our square, or, off of our circle, and get back into these, downward ways of thinking as far as race? I remember the last timeline change. There was a lot of racial issues. There was a lot of racial tension. Friendships were being tested. Family relationships were being tested. And if you were not flowing in a certain vibration, you were affected by this. Mandela effect. So I'm seeing so many like changes, like Home Depot used to be the Home Depot. Now it's just Home Depot. And then you know, you have to wonder, like, is this happening, or are they just changing the logos or changing the name or whatever? So you see different little changes like that, but these changes with people and situations and the way, I mean, like, just for an example, how crazy things are right now. My daughter used to work at a hotel, and you guys know how when hotels sort of recycle their things, and they get rid of the beds, they get rid of the furniture, they get rid of the TVs. So she worked at this hotel, and they were inventorying out their TVs to put in new ones. So she came home with 3 televisions, 42-inch screens, but they are massive because, you know, whenever you have hotel TVs, they don't want you to steal them. So they put these very heavy base lines on them. So my daughter's had 2 TVs that were still there. She's since moved out from my parents' house and moved into her own apartment. And so when I saw the TVs, I said, well, what's going on with these televisions? Why are they just sitting in here? Because my little boy was using one, and then the other one was sitting on the floor. So she's like, oh, my mom says, well, she couldn't get them to her house because they're too heavy. So, and, you know, neither one of us, you know, can help because my parents are kind of sickly or whatever. So I said, okay, well, we'll help her. We'll help her get them to her house. So when I talked to her about it, she's like, no, I don't even want them because they're just too heavy. You know, I don't have any kids. I don't need TVs that have this horrible heavy baseline because when I need to get it out of there, I can't. So I said, okay, well, if you don't want them, I'll buy them from you and we'll take them home. So she's like, cool. So we load the TVs in the car and we come back to South Carolina. Well, I get a call from my dad at 1 a.m. telling me, don't take stuff out of his house without permission. And I'm like, but it wasn't yours. What do you mean I took it out of your house without permission? It wasn't yours. Like, I'm just saying, like, people are, and I mean, they're just completely irrational right now. Like, my mom, the way she acted the entire weekend was just completely irrational. The way that my dad acted this weekend was just crazy. I mean, and then he didn't even give me an opportunity to respond. He just hung the phone up in my face. So, between the false flags to keep us in racial tension, this crazy weather. Now, I live in South Carolina on the coast. It's always hot here around this time of year. It's nothing for us to have 70, 80, 90 degree temperatures in May. That's not record setting for us. But in Georgia, it's record setting for them to have 90 degree days in May. That's just not what they have in Atlanta, Georgia. But it was so hot there this weekend. I mean, the heat feels artificial. Your air conditioner in your car, your air conditioner in your house is like literally like going crazy trying to keep it cool. So, some of the people that I follow that are quote unquote have intel on things that are happening are saying that we should all have 3 months worth of food stored. I think that's a good idea. I think that we should have that, you know, just on hand. 3 months of toiletries. I just hope whatever they're going to do, they don't do it in the dead of this damn hot ass summer, because somebody's poor granny or whoever is going to be dead from heat exhaustion. Because you know, maybe even us, because this heat is brutal. And last year it was brutal like this. So 3 months of food supply, 3 months of toiletries, any and everything that you need to make your house run, 3 months minimum you're gonna need of this. So just, you know, whoever wants to take it for what it is, you know, go ahead. But other than that, people that are on the correct vibration, I don't know what the correct vibration is, but most of us that are vibrating at a certain level, we're not having these issues amongst each other. And that's the part that makes it so hard, because when you're in this you know, this sort of truth community, and you're talking to your friends, and, you know, everybody's kind of on the same page, and then you have to go deal with your Matrix mom and dad who believe everything that comes on CNN and Fox News. It's like, damn, you know, what is really going on? Like, all this stuff, all this truth out here, you know, the internet is a plethora of things that you can explore and find out. Just has a plethora of things that you can explore. But most people are choosing to stay in their little matrix boxes. They're choosing to just, you know, not grow, not make any changes in their lives at this point. So I just wanted to come check in with you guys and see if you've had any like timeline changes that are like super duper obvious. You know, anything like with your families, just people are different, you know, anxiety with friends, anxiety with family. I mean, like, it is getting crazy. Even out and about on a regular basis, going out you know, in town, or going out to take care of your business, people are driving crazy, you know, pulling out in front of you and then looking at you like, you know, what are you going to do? You know, like, I mean, just the attitudes and the ways that people are responding right now is completely irrational, completely crazy. And you literally have to keep a balance within your mind to say, I'm not going to react, I'm not going to respond, because it's not worth it. But anyways, I just wanted to check in with you guys. I haven't made a video in a while. Seems like I wanted to say more than this, but I will say, you know, the brown people that subscribe to my channel, I don't have a huge following, but you know, don't let these little Waffle House situations and, you know, the lady calling them, I'm starting to think that these things are just distractions, false flags, just things so that we can have sort of a reaction and, you know, be upset with the next. And I mean, they work, because for a while I was just like, oh my gosh, like, it's 2018. Are we ever going to have, you know, any peace, you know, amongst the races, you know, the Lunars, the brown people, you know, just, are we going to have any kind of, you know, resolve at some point? Because things just seemingly are getting worse. So, but I'm starting to think, you know, we're following the script. You know, everything is how they want us to do. You know, they put it online, they put it on the news, world news, this happened, blah, blah, blah. So then we follow the story, and then we get into the emotion of it, and then now here we are. So we got to quit doing that. We got to stop giving them the satisfaction of, you know, moving our emotions or making us upset. We have to stay completely balanced right now. Like, you cannot operate in emotions right now. Like, you cannot operate in emotions. You cannot let anybody take you off your circle. You have to stay in your little circle. But anyways, guys, I'm going to close this video out. I did start a business. Actually, I have a couple of businesses that I'm moving. I don't know if you guys are on Facebook, but on Facebook I have a little small following page where it's called Bree on a Budget, where I you know, just show people how I save money. I've been a one-parent household, so and I have 2 boys, so I have to really like save money. But I show how I'm able to buy clothes and shoes for myself, for them, at a discounted rate pretty much every time I go. Yesterday I did some business stuff, so I'm gonna have to do a video about that. But I went to Office Depot. I got 100 business cards. I got adhesive stickers to put on my little tea bags. For all this for $20. So I'm going to post about that. Also, I have a tea line called Breeze Teas, and it's Breeze Life Giving Teas. It's on Facebook, but it's, you know, at Facebook at Breeze Teas. So if you guys want to order those, they're life-giving teas. They have health benefits, also spiritual benefits. I'll call you. I'm gonna have to go, guys. My daughter keeps calling, so I don't know what the hell she wants. But I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.